It is Wednesday the 1st of May. We are at the Stand Up Club New Act of the Year 2024 competition at Bar Soho. We've got another competition in us. Traditionally, I do say I had one competition at the back end of last year, the old West End New Act of the Year competition, where I came third. Outside of that, when it comes to competitions, I've never made it past the first round, and it can be quite challenging for myself for some reason. I feel like I've done well at some of these gigs and some of the competitions, but just doesn't seem to resonate, I guess, for some form or fashion, and not sure why. But with that, I tried to kind of go with the idea that, it's just a normal gig. Because it really is, I think with competitions, similar with gong shows, anything where we're pitting acts against each other essentially, which that sounded more gross than it needed to be, but essentially that's what it is. I think if you do well in them, if you get through rounds, if you pass them, it's a sign of something good, but if you don't, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a sign of something bad. We got to understand this is art, it's subjective, and people have their opinions on it, so it's hard to quantify to make it such that you're going to make a competition. Having said that, they are good to do because I think it forces you. I think when you're out gigging, it's hard to kind of have anything to work towards, quite frankly. Gigging is just kind of gigging, and sometimes it can seem a bit aimless, but I don't know, having competitions, having a reason to have a type 5 does force you into just being a bit more, pragmatic, professional, whatever the word you want to use. So that's what I use it for. I use it for another gig, and also because it's a good opportunity to be seen by professional bookers. A lot of these shows are done, a lot of these competitions rather, are done by people that book big shows. The Stand Up Club has a strong presence in central London, Soho, Covent Garden. There's been, I've been applying for spots there for quite a while, so I'm not going to be bashful. It would be nice to have a good outing, so potentially be able to get spots in London rather than having to travel all outside for the meaty ones. But I am not complaining. I am loving what I'm doing. I'm having a good time. I haven't gigged in a week. It's kind of having a bit of a slow period. The last gig I did was the massive one, which you would have seen on our last vlog, in Wonersh, where I had a very, very good 7 minutes. Very powerful. And I was thinking, if that didn't go too well, maybe I would have done a gig yesterday, but nah, let's just you're only as good as your last gig, and that's what I'm trying to do, which means I'm going to bomb my ass off. But I'm going to try and enjoy it. Hopefully there'll be a good number of people. I think I heard that there's space for about 40 or 50, and I hear that some of the other heats, they've had a decent turnout. I tell you what, like I always say with sports, I try to analogize comedy with that because that's what I do. This group that I'm in, it's the fucking group of death. It's killer on killer on killer. I've seen the other heats, and no disrespect, but I think a lot of the people that I recognise that are half decent, been doing it for a couple of years, there's a lot of them in my group. But that's cool, because again, I'm probably going to lose anyway. I won't get through, so at least it won't be that hard of a blow for people that you think are actually murderers. So you will see how we get on. I'm going to enjoy it. My brother's there, Louis McLean's there, and a few others, so we'll have a good time. Hopefully it's a good one. Say hello, Louis.
Alright.
usually wear a football top hat just to have home point. Do you know what I mean? But no, not here. But I am a big football fan, me. Big football fan. Trying to become a medium-sized football fan, you know. Still holding on to that Christmas weight since I was 12. You might have heard about this, right? The Premier League recently released this list of the most influential black people in football, right? So really good stuff. So players like Rashford and Saka, and the other one that missed. Guess what they called it? They called it the blacklist. I know, I didn't even write that. Do you know what I mean? But look, outside of it being massively offensive, I just think it lacks creativity. Like what these idiots going to come up with next? The most influential Slovakians in football and call it the checklist. I was more with this one. I get it, you're trying to recognise black people, right? But making a list of black excellence and calling it a blacklist is almost as bad as putting an all-black political party together and calling that party slave labour. Do you like that one? Right, that's a good fucking joke, alright? All the points in the world. Actually, give me a cheer or something in the room with your hands up. Did anyone in here grow up with like a bit of an annoying dad? Yeah? Must be nice. I mean, fucking hell, just showing off at this point, innit? No, I grew up with a single mum, you know, wonderful single mum, you know. Growing up, she did all the typical things a dad would do, you know. We go out and play football. She talks about girls, what she calls legs. Yeah, she even taught me how to shave. So I'll get between those legs, but you know. I'll be honest, this is not the reaction I was hoping for. But obviously you notice I've got a twin brother, so nice they made me twice. As my mum likes to say, 2 mistakes for the price of 1. Silly bitch. But, you know. The thing is, right, when people see my twin brother together, they say I look exactly like him, which really pisses me off. Because I think he's fucking ugly. I'm sorry, man, you're not fabulous. When my brother came out as gay, I'll be honest, it really wasn't a surprise, you know. Because all the signs were there, you know, we grew up together, we used to play games. We used to play doctors and nurses, you know, the game where you play different characters in a hospital. Guess who my gay twin brother always wanted to be? It was Beyonce. He'd be driving around in his imaginary ambulance going, oh. No. I know I should have tried that. But when he came out as gay, right, he came out when he was 18 years old, which is great, you know, because he was telling friends and family. The only problem I have is that I'm a big homophobe. Big homophobe. Trying to become a medium-sized homophobe. Obviously, I'm not homophobe. I used to bath naked with a gay guy. Do you know what? Me and Matthew started stand-up comedy together. We started just over 2 years ago, which is crazy to think because back then I actually had hope. No, do you know what? It's been going alright. It's been going pretty well. I mean, we get some good feedback here and there. Obviously not here, but you know, in a lot of other places, been good. But the thing is, right, people will be coming up to me after gigs and say, Chris, I really like your comedy, but it's just a bit too black. Yeah. I mean, like, what do these people expect from me to joke like I'm a white person? Yeah. I don't like skiing. What even is a quiche? Just fucking eggy bread in my house. Yeah. I remember the first time someone came up to me after a gig and told me my comedy was too black. I almost spat the fried chicken out my mouth. I was so mad, I just wanted to shank him. No, honestly, the first time it happened, I went home to tell my dad about it, and then I realised, oh, I've got one. Fucking too black. What are you going to wall for? You got a dad?
No.
Oh, God, yeah, well, you know. Yeah, we can join up together, innit? Do you know what I mean? You're white, though. What happened?
You didn't want a son.
Clearly. Oh, dear. Do you know what it's like? The thing is, like, people have been talking about privileges a lot in the last few years, and I think it's because, you know, as black people, we get to say things that white people don't get to say, right? And I think it's because I have the same. And the saying goes, not all white people are racist, but all racist people are white. And do you know who said that? Some black cunt. No points for me. You guys have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much.
Orlando, well done. Okay. Second place, Matthew Ali. And third place, Jack Channel. Okay, just go with me. Thank you.
So on the way home, obviously didn't make it through. Shock, horror. Yeah, but obviously my brother got through, so well done, keeping it in the fan bowl. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. I ain't really got much to say about it, and that's not because of any kind of like sour grapes and stuff. You know, I did say what I said beforehand, and maybe it's a little bit manifest destiny, but you know, I don't do well in the old comps. We'll see how we get on. You know, with other comps, maybe I might retire from them like I did with the gongs. I got what I needed out of them. I'm not sure the competitions is an avenue that will be fruitful for me, let's say. It doesn't appear to be. And I think that, you know, a lot of the things that I do is about, especially with all the spots that we get, we're trying to establish ourselves, we're trying to build. It's about, I think part of it is trying to find the right environments for you. And I think that for myself and you know, some other comics that I know, some of these comps just don't really work out, which is great, because I think that, you know, look, I think I'm doing all right. I'm getting some decent spots. I'm starting to, you know, build something for myself, and I think that for me it might literally just be trying to just get spots. I think that's probably the pathway forward, spending my energy doing that. You know, these competitions, they kind of force you to bring your best stuff, and I guess I'm not really in a place where I want to either take risks or do a bit more crowd work. I'm just trying to stick with state material for the most part. You know, I think there was a couple of times when I tried to talk to the audience, and I think in those moments I'm not even feeling the confidence to do it, or I just feel like I don't want to take the risk, like I said, and just kind of just ruins it really. But yeah, you know, there's a gig. Hopefully I done all right within the concepts of the stand-up promotion. You know, we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, yeah, don't know, nothing really to say about that except for on to the next one.